Hello and welcome to York Run Stadium. Tonight's game is between the Gallatin Colonials and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. I'm Alex Arnold alongside here with Tommy Victor. Hopefully the rain holds off. Tonight looks like a beautiful night for football as far as temperature-wise, but those little bit of wet conditions may factor into the play here tonight. What do you expect from Gallatin tonight, Tommy?
They need to stop them early. I wasn't sure who got the ball. We're going to see in a second.
Well, I saw that Thomas Jefferson, they really rely heavily on their run game. Their pass game is a little bit weaker, so Gallatin needs to address that early on.
Yeah, I believe they were averaging around 245 a game with rushing yards. I mean, that's a heavy run game. Yeah.
Yes.
And the Colonials are going to get first, so you're going to have to come out with a statement. You have to get points as first drive.
And the last couple games, Gallatin did that pretty well, but we need to build off that opening drive, that successful opening drive.
We may even see that trick play they ran against Ringgold last week, which sent him up nice in the game.
Yes.
But like you said, you need to finish drives. You need to get in the end zone. You can't get in the red zone. You have to get into the end zone.
Yes, yes. And it looks like we have Joey Ambacher and Devin Carney back deep.
Kicking off in the Jaguars will be number 9, Tommy Campbell.
And here comes the kick. Strong kick by Thomas Jefferson. And the ball is carried here. And he will take it to about the 25-yard line, and that was Tavian Mosey, correct?
Yes. There's a flag on the play there, however. This may take the Colonials back.
It may be holding.
We do have a flag on the play.
TJ travels heavily, though, Al.
They do. They have a lot of fans here. They brought their band. They brought their some sort of team here in front of us. That's pretty big.
Auxiliary looks like.
It looks like auxiliary. Yeah, they were doing a fantastic job thus far. So we'll have a good view of them as the game goes on. And that will back the Colonials up here. They'll be at about the 13-yard line.
This is a tough spot to start out. Very tough. You're pinned back.
Yeah, you're pinning them back. And plus, say the Colonials have a 4 and out here, they have a tough opportunity to punt pin back this far. And snap goes to Moody. It's going to be handed off. There's going to be another flag in the backfield. He's going to be stuffed.
Carrying the ball for the Colonials, number 40, Cruz White.
Yeah, this penalty's going to
carry.
hurt. Oh, yeah. He had a good game last game. I mean, consistently getting 5 to 7 yards. That's what you want. You don't worry about the big. You see those little chunks.
And that's the key. Those little chunks, those 4 or 5 yards. You know, you could even if they want to switch to a pass game, that run will set up the pass play, maybe a play action, and they have a shot downfield.
No gain on the play, but do have a flag.
That penalty is declined.
Illegal shifting called against the Colonials. That penalty
That's an odd call. I would take the penalty there. You pin them back to the about the 5-yard line.
Exactly. You'd have a good chance of making a big play.
And we saw last game a block punt. I mean, I don't know. See what they can do. Hopefully they can get something. I mean, second down, you're still pinned deep.
Yeah. A little bit of motion. And that's Probably going to be
We
a
do have another flag on the play.
false start
Or illegal shift.
motion.
Second time where you can't make the same mistake twice.
Yep. And we'll see what the call is. False start.
against the Colonials.
That's 2 early mistakes, big mistakes here by Albert Gallatin thus far. That's going to back Albert Gallatin up to about the 7-yard line.
And you can't start out having 3 penalties within the first 4 minutes.
Those are drive killers. And Moody's going to be taken down in his own end zone.
Holding on to the ball, number 11, Hunter Moody.
And that'll be a safety. As Albert Gallatin not starting off too good thus far. A lot of sloppy play out there.
Yeah.
Penalties.
Mental mistakes.
They started the drive on about the 24, 23-yard line and got
Jefferson
backed up all the way into their end zone.
I mean, you can't take 3 penalties within 4 minutes. You're not going to do anything.
No.
That probably equaled 15 yards. What I'd like to see Colonials do is pass the ball.
Yes.
Hunter Moody's roughly 48% on his completion percentage, which is very good for a high school quarterback.
We have a pretty strong and experienced wide receiving core out there, so hopefully they can come down with a couple good snags today as the night moves on. But even in that situation right there, the offensive line has to do a better job of blocking. They got to Hunter Moody within the 2 to 3 seconds.
I mean,
you have to give him more time.
And
than
the line
that
has
do
to
what he
know the
wants to do.
situation. You have to know the situation that you can't take a sack there or you're
No.
going to get a safety. And then
Exactly.
TJ gets the ball back. They come down with a drive. It's 9-0 then.
That's when you stack the offensive line, but the Colonials don't really run any formations with a tight end, so
No.
they that's something that really should be addressed, especially in a situation like that. You don't stick to your play call when it comes to something that you're backed up within your own 5-yard line.
Yeah.
That's when you change things. Just like when you're trying to score, you change the formations. When you're backed up that far, you need to put some extra blockers on the line.
And let's be realistic there. I'd rather take 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards. That way you're not pinned for a punt.
Yeah. That's when you run the halfback dive to just gain a few yards forward and give you some breathing room so you can do a quick 3-step drop.
I want to see how this defense holds up.
Free kick. And it's a pretty good kick. It's going to be fielded about the 37. It's going to be taken up here for a decent gain here. And he is going to be dropped here at about the 44-yard line. So pretty good field position to start out here for TJ.
Starting quarterback, Julian Metro, having a half-decent year, roughly around 312 yards. I mean, those are pretty good numbers.
But I think the percentages was a little bit low, completion percentages.
19%, but he was averaging 17 yards per completed
Per
pass.
reception, yeah, per pass. So we'll get a little taste to see, hopefully, of what his arm looks like. But this probably looks like a run. And it'll be the fullback taking it here for a big gain. And he's going to be tripped up here at about the 32-yard line.
Good run, solid run.
Great
Blocking
run.
was amazing.
Great run. He had a great hole there right up the middle. That was a decent tackle there by the Colonials, though, because he
was a truck.
he tripped him up.
Yeah.
This is when the Colonials, they have a decent-sized line right there, some big boys on the line. But this is where the Colonials need to adapt. We saw it a few times here this year that these running backs and fullbacks are pretty good size. You're not going to overpower them up top. You
No.
need to hit them low in their legs and take them out there. And it's going to be a pitch here. It's taken by Quentin Hill. Another big gain there.
And you see why they rely on the run game right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. 2 great runs thus far.
I saw 245 for average rushing. I said that's going to be hard to see in high school football, and we're witnessing it. I mean,
and we touched on that earlier in the game about how they're going to be using their running game here. It's going to be more dominant, and it's looked stellar thus far.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a play-action pass here.
So they're actually going to spot this about the 11-yard line. Big run. He had some yards after initial contact. Good 2 wide again, same I formation. Going to be a halfback dive. Trying to search for a hole, tripped up there, and he will score. That'll be number 32, Quentin Hill, the junior.
That was a solid run.
And as we see why the running game is so good, Quentin Hill, he's a junior. He's 6 foot even, 195 pounds. That's about perfect size for a running back there.
That looked very, very crisp, that run.
Great run. So that'll bring our score here 8-0, but the extra point will be coming. We have 9:49 left here in the first quarter. And good snap, good hold, and the extra point is good. As that'll bring our score here to 9-0, Thomas Jefferson, with 9:49 left in the first quarter.
We're seeing a powerful offense here.
Yes, and, well, we've seen a stellar defense,
yeah, I was going
too.
to say, defense. I mean,
They've gotten pressure within the first few seconds of the play. I mean, as long as you get that pressure, it'll disrupt the run, it'll disrupt the pass. Getting guys in the backfield is what their strategy is, and that strategy's working.
The key for the Colonials here is not to get down. You cannot get down on yourself. This is still a 9-point game. As bad as it looks, you get a touchdown, you're right back in this.
Yeah.
Cody Riggin can make a field goal, make it a 10-9 game.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, all the Colonials need to worry about here is advancing the ball.
Yeah. You can't
Advancing
get
the ball
pinned.
4 or 5 yards, a couple maybe hard-nosed running plays. But once you run a few running plays, don't be apprehensive to go for a pass play.
Exactly.
A play action, something to switch up the play call a little bit. Good teams like Thomas Jefferson, they'll pick up on a team's offense, and they'll adapt like all good teams do during the game.
You have an experienced quarterback, use him.
Yes. That has a really decent arm.
Yes. I mean,
Hunter
we
Moody
saw
with a good
it
arm.
against Ringgold.
Yes.
Good
you,
passes.
You don't even have to give him time. It seems like when the pocket's collapsing, he's cool and collected and makes a good throw. Another good kick that's going to be drop into the end zone. So a touchback.
First and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 9:49 left in the quarter.
So what's your play call coming out, Alex? What's your first play after?
I think they're going to go with a pass play here. They were back. They got about the same field position that they had the last drive, and they saw that the run really didn't work. If the offensive line can give a couple more seconds here, Moody can make a decent throw. But we have 2 out again. 3, can't tell in the end, 2. And another run. And they're going to get about a yard.
One thing about this offense is very predictable. You know they're coming with the run for a majority of the plays.
The same motion, the same.
But that has an advantage for Colonials. You get the defense lax on them thinking they're predicting it. That's when Moody does a bootleg. That's when he throws that.
This is when they need to attack with the pass game
because they're coming with it.
They're expecting the run, and if we go to a pass play here, they wouldn't be they wouldn't have the coverage deep like they sink the coverage in.
I really want to see a pass here. I really do.
Yeah. It's a run by Hunter Moody, and he's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards on the play. That's a decent run there by Hunter Moody.
Yes, I thought he was going to break it.
If we can get runs like that, we'll be in better shape.
But the thing is, you cannot keep running that. You cannot.
Yeah, I think they need to change the formation up a little bit.
Yeah.
Still run with that motion to the triple option. And have 3rd and about a yard or so. About 3 yards.
Here's where you throw the ball, I believe.
And it will be a pass. And that's awfully close to pass interference, but he went for the ball. So that'll be a 4 and out for Albert Gallatin.
Good defense, I mean.
It was good defense. And they have some nice-sized cornerbacks as well.
Yeah.
So we have 8:12 remaining here in the first quarter. Our score is 9-0, Thomas Jefferson.
Colonials need a good punt here. Try to
Yes.
work with something. Last possession, they really didn't have anything to work with. I mean,
Yes.
Thomas Jefferson started at the 40-yard line. It's hard to defend.
Yep. And bring him down here at about the 45-yard line. A pretty decent hit. He stuck with his man.
Great. That's the first hard tackle. They needed that.
And plus, the initial, a lot of guys, they make that initial contact and they stop. He made the initial contact and stuck with his guy. That second effort took him down over near the sideline.
That's very impressive. Very impressive punt coverage right there.
It's good to see. He broke downfield. It was good to see. He was out for the tackle. Killer instinct.
Some anger, maybe.
Maybe. Well, the Colonials here, they're trying to prove themselves. They're trying to get on the board here with a win. They're playing for something.
Yeah.
Another I formation. And snap. It's going to be a pass. And a drop here by the wide receiver.
That's a very costly drop. I mean, that could have easily taken him to the 30-yard line.
Dropped by John Muehlbauer.
First pass received by Metro.
Yeah, a little bit off, but it had decent, it had some zip on it.
It was catchable.
It was catchable, but he didn't hit him perfect, but it was catchable. Colonials had a couple guys there too, so.
I like this offensive running. It's simple.
Yeah, back to the basics. Yeah, it's going to be a handoff. And he's going to break it here, and he is going to score. That is a touchdown by number 32, Quentin Hill. That's his second touchdown tonight.
Great running, power, balance. He had that speed. You saw that secondary.
Yes. He hit another gear once he got to about the 20, 30-yard line.
Beautiful to watch.
TJ jumping out to an early lead here tonight.
Point will be number 9, Tommy Campbell. Holding on the snap will be number 23, Zane Zanzier.
And coming on for the extra point is Tommy Campbell. And it looks like there was some movement on the
flag on the play.
Got some movement on the line. And we got a
false start.
Called against the Jaguars.
Thomas Jefferson. That'll back him up for the extra point. And back up to the line here. Extra point taking a little bit longer than usual.
25-yarder. It's hard for a high school athlete.
Yeah, it's not easy. Almost blocked. And the kick is no good. Albert Gallatin got some pressure in there. Okay, so that will bring our score here. Thomas Jefferson 15, Albert Gallatin 0, with 7:47 left here in the first quarter. So Tommy, we see them play thus far. What does Albert Gallatin need to do to adjust to this Thomas Jefferson team?
Well, I think you need to focus on putting points up. You see the power of their offense. They have a strong running back. I'd like to see right here that trick play they ran against Ringo. I think that could really do something here. You need something to make some noise, get the crowd into it, try to get down. I mean, if it works, you're at the 40.
Yeah.
You have Hunter Moody. Use Hunter Moody as a thrower, not a runner.
Exactly. Plus, you don't want to run him too much. You don't want him to get hurt out there.
No, I mean, he was taking a beating in the early games. You have to limit the toll.
And we're awaiting the kickoff here. Alrighty here. We got a nice sized student section here tonight. They came a little bit late, but they got here. Hopefully they can make some noise, led by Paul Dunham over there. And David Knox. And the boot here. And waiting to find a hole here. And And Bacher will get up to the 30-yard line.
And receiving the ball.
That's not bad
number
field
13,
position,
Joey
right?
Himbacher.
I don't think you're mad with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Garrett Fairman of the Jaguars.
Fairman on the tackle.
You cannot take costly penalties, though. That
No,
will hurt.
Penalties has been a killer for Gallatin.
And the ball will be placed at about the 32-yard line of the Colonials. Will have 1st and 10 with 7:37 left in the quarter.
And the Colonials up to the line here.
I think we're going to see a dive with Cruz White.
That's what we need. Moody gonna take it.
That play's
Gonna
working.
dive, yeah. He just eluded the big hit there. Did you see one of Thomas Jefferson's defenders came flying up the middle and he just missed him. So we'll have about a 2nd down and 6 here with 7:10 left here in the first quarter. Hand the ball off here, and only going to get about 2 yards. Cruz White on the carry.
I wouldn't be surprised if they call his number here again to get the 1st down.
Yeah. Gain of about 1 yard. And here comes the play.
Gain of 1 yard on the play brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Colonials on their own 37-yard line.
And the Colonials break the huddle here. And the snap, it's going to be a pass, and it's going to sail over the head. Incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 15, Tavian Mosey.
Pass intended for Tavian Mosey, just out of his reach.
Pass incomplete brings up 4th down and 5 for the Colonials on their own 37.
The Colonials have yet to convert on a 3rd down today.
Yes. Good observation. That was good. I didn't think about that.
I mean, that kills you when you're not getting 1st downs. I mean, they haven't got one
The
in this
penalties
game.
hasn't really allowed that to this point. And there's a flag. Probably some movement.
And we do have a penalty.
It'll be a false start here on the Colonials.
Too many men on the field, Alex.
False start.
That mental lapses are hurting.
And the snap. Oh, almost blocked. Oh.
A lot of nerve to do that.
Yeah, that was, wow.
And receiving the ball to return.
And they'll have the ball here at about the 46-yard line, 47-yard line.
Ball will be placed at about the 47-yard line of the Colonials.
We have 6:02 remaining here in the first quarter. Our score is 15-0, Thomas Jefferson. Gallatin needs a pretty big stop here to swing some momentum in their favor, as the running game has been exceptional.
This I formation, I like this type of offense.
I do too, because that sets up play action and the run game. As we see here, we're a straight drop back, and the pass is going to be sailed over the head of number 32, Quentin Hill, the big running back with the 2 touchdowns.
Julian Metro 0 for 2 so far in his passes.
And both of them weren't really that accurate.
No. First one I believe is catchable. That second one you cannot fault.
That wasn't catchable. No. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. I mean, might have to go out a little farther. But you should be able to adapt to that in that situation with a short pass like that. It's going to be a run of the fullback here. He's going to have a big gain again. And he's going to break it for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown. And that is number 2, Zane Zangier. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 22? I thought it was 23.
47 left in the quarter. Attempting the extra point will be number 9, Tommy Campbell.
That'll be number 22, Braden Bahanish. And they'll be on for the extra point here. And the snap. And the kick looks good. And it is, as that will bring our score here. 22-0, Thomas Jefferson jumping out to a big lead. We have 5:47 left here in the first quarter.
This is a potent offense right here.
Yeah, they're seasoned.
This may be the best offense the Colonials have seen all season.
Yes, and we've seen some good teams. And Thomas Jefferson is well represented here tonight. A lot of people. And their band sounds really, really good.
A lot of energy over here.
Yeah, a lot of energy. They believe they have a good team this year and they can go far.
I mean, they took 2 early losses that were tough to 2 undefeated teams. I mean, but they're coming out strong. They beat
You can't
some
really
good
fault
teams,
them for that. 2 undefeated,
No.
2 good teams.
which are playing this
Stellar teams.
tonight. They're playing tonight.
Yeah. So we'll see. One of the undefeateds will go down.
Yeah. Somebody will take first in Whitfield.
Maybe. Never know. Last couple games, maybe the Colonials could spoil something. And we are waiting for the kickoff here. And a very nice boot. It's going to be fielded here. Going to have a nice gain. Be up to about the 27. Mosey on the return.
I don't say hit the panic button here, but I think you have to take shots downfield.
Yeah, start mixing in the pass game a little bit more.
You don't want to have a shutout quarter against these guys because you know they can put up points.
Yeah, in
you want to
every
show
quarter.
something. Yeah.
Yep. Ball's going to be handed off here. It's going to be get back to about the line of scrimmage. Tolbert on the carry. Hill on the stop.
Thomas Jefferson has a good rotation, if you can notice.
Yeah,
Fresh bodies in. That's what you want.
exactly. The snap is going to be run again. Hunter Moody will be knocked down for a loss here.
6 white jerseys right there. I mean, it's hard to do anything when
Once
you're
they
met.
found the ball, they swarm, which is what you need to do. Don't leave it up to one guy to make the tackle.
Especially against this triple option, you have to identify the ball. You can't go off of instinct.
And that's the biggest
directly.
thing, too, yeah, is identifying the ball. Who has the ball at what time?
Because this is a good deception type of offense.
If it's run correctly, it could be really successful, but it's a tougher offense to run. And, of course, this is a brand-new offense for the Colonials this year, so it may take them a little while to get acclimated to it. But, you know, when this offense works, as we've seen it a few times this year, I mean, it could be a high-scoring offense for them. Going to be a shovel pass. That should be incomplete, and it will be incomplete.
Not a lot
That
of time.
made my heart race right there. That was
Yeah, I mean, instant pressure on Hunter Moody, which
So you
makes
see
it hard to
as
do
soon
anything.
as the snap, the pocket collapsed, and he didn't know what to do. What can you do in that situation?
Exactly.
The routes haven't even developed.
You can't fault Hunter Moody on that. I mean,
No.
he did what he had to do. He had
Yeah.
great awareness of the pocket collapsing,
Yeah.
knew not to hold on to it because you have to set up this punt.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll be booted here. And the Colonials will down it here at about the,
And kicking it off to the Colonials.
yeah, about the 38-yard line.
Ball rolls all the way out to the 37-yard line, where the Jaguars will have first and 10. 4 minutes
One thing
left
about
in the
this
quarter.
TJ offense, they go big. I mean, we saw the numbers for Julian Metro.
37 yards.
Not a good completion percentage, but when he throws it and there's a completion, it's a big completion.
Yes.
Averaging 17 yards. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
That is very good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, we got our score here, 22-0, Thomas Jefferson with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And Thomas Jefferson will come to the line. Colonials making some adjustments.
new quarterback in the game, Alex.
Number 11, Bobby Kelly.
We talked about this earlier before we were on the air. They run two
I was going to
quarterbacks.
say, some teams have that two quarterback.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Most teams are successful that run that. You know, they bring their passer in and then they'll bring their scrambler in.
That was actually a strategy by Penn State about 4 years ago when they had Rob Bolden and Matt McGloin. It was a
How did that work? How did that work out?
I mean, it was tough, but
We're Mountaineers fans here. Well, we had that with Skylar Howard last year, and Clint Trickett. Of course, Trickett got injured. He was had the big arm, and Howard was more of the running guy. He'll be taken by the fullback here. Big gain, dragging the Colonials. He's going to be down here at about the 38-yard line.
great
Actually,
running.
34-yard line. Yeah, that was a great run. He was dragging the Colonials.
This is a very, very powerful offense.
Yeah.
We're seeing. I would love to look. I'm going to look at halftime. What they're averaging per rush, because
Yeah.
it has to be a ridiculous number.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen them when they've went to the run play. They haven't been real successful with the pass, but I haven't seen them gain less than 5 yards with a run yet. I may be mistaken. The pass is completed here. Nice throw. Completed to number 7, John Muehlbauer.
Bobby Kelly has a very strong arm for
That
what I'm
was
seeing.
a nice throw.
Very accurate. That's a tight throw to make.
Jaguar first down.
Yeah.
Tackle was made by number 36 of the Colonials, Blake Culver.
Yeah, he had a tight window there. All righty.
Bring up first down. And
First and 10 here for the Jaguars. It's going to be another pass here. And thrown a little behind, but I believe he came down with it. And he did. Beautiful catch.
I believe Bobby Kelly is 3 for 3. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, that's correct. Number 19, Peter Metro on the reception.
Ball will be placed at the
We're seeing a different type of offense. Quarterback can change it. This
And that shows how
This is more
two-dimensional
balanced.
this team is.
Yes, I mean, this is a balanced offense where before we saw more of a run heavy. I mean, majority
Yeah.
of the plays have been passes and they're working.
Yeah. And as a team, being one-dimensional, usually, unless you're really good at that one dimension,
It
you're
makes
not
it
going to be
hard.
that successful. But this team is two-dimensional, and you can almost tell when you sub in another quarterback, and he's probably going to be passing the ball, or if the other one's been passing, he's going to be scrambling. The pass, and they'll probably, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Gallatin.
Great
It's
pocket
intended for
awareness by
Muehlbauer.
Bobby Kelly.
And that was, you know, he came a little bit outside, scrambled a little bit, set his feet, made a strong throw
Yeah.
in between triple coverage.
That's a dangerous throw, though. Very
Yeah.
dangerous.
He had a tight window. And Metro bringing in the play. And this will be another touchdown here.
Third of the night.
Third of the night, yeah, by Quentin Hill.
having a great game, and we're not even done with one quarter.
Yeah, that'll bring our score here to 28-0. Thomas Jefferson with 1:30 left here in the first quarter, upcoming the extra point here. Not good play thus far by Gallatin.
No.
Sloppy. Sloppy's the best word for it here. And on for the extra point here. It's number 9, Tommy Campbell. He has a strong leg. We've seen that. And the kick will be good. So that'll bring our score here, 29-0. Thomas Jefferson with 1:30 left in the first quarter.
This has to be tough on the Colonials.
Yeah, especially for morale. But, you know, they can't give up or else it's going to look a lot uglier on the scoreboard.
That's true. And, I mean, I think the Colonials had confidence. They know they didn't play their best against Ringgold, but they believed that they held them to a decent number. And I think that brought confidence with the defense, that we can hold a powerful team.
When you play teams with a good offense like this team, you know, it's tough. Well, we got to give it up to their defense tonight, because with this good offense, you know, if this team, the way they're playing tonight, looks like they could be undefeated as well. Their defense, what we see with this good, consistent offense, their defense must have really stepped up tonight in comparison to other games.
This defense is more productive than Ringgold. I mean,
yeah.
If Ringgold was undefeated, I mean,
these guys are more dynamic than Ringgold was. They're more high-intensity play.
From what I'm seeing,
Ringgold just has depth.
I like Thomas Jefferson's chances to do something. Just seeing how they're playing, their schedule throughout is not difficult. They still have to play York. They still have to play Uniontown. Exactly. I mean, we're seeing a dynamic offense. They're not leaning on one guy.
Yeah, two-dimensional. And awaiting the boot here. Another good kick. I'll tell you what, he's been stellar tonight. A return here. He's going to get back to about the 32-yard line. Tackle made by number 42, Brandon Stoffel.
And assisting on the tackle was number 67, Jacob Maxwell.
Is that Trey coming out?
Looks like it.
That's right, the train. Experienced offensive line here for Gallatin.
Yeah, I mean, they have a senior wide receiver, senior quarterback, senior running back.
Yeah.
I believe 2 seniors on the line, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe one.
Hunter Matthews,
yes,
and Trey Cavalier, too. It's going to be handed off. Nice gain. Huge gain here by Gallatin. This is just what they needed. He's going to be down here at about the 32-yard line of Thomas Jefferson.
And carried the ball here for the Colonials, number 28, Willie Himes.
Willie Himes with the carry, coming up big. And that'll be the first down for Gallatin tonight.
That's a new name in the offense. We heard his name a lot during the defense. Very good at defense. Now we're seeing him being incorporated into the run game.
He has speed.
He has speed. He made a sharp cut there, which
I was going to say he has smartness. You know, as a running back, you have to, you know, not necessarily go directly to the hole that's supposed to be there, but go to the hole that is there, and he did that on that carry. Looks like Cruz White with the carry for about 2 yards as we tick underneath 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. 29-0, Thomas Jefferson. That'll set up about a 2nd and 10, about no gain on that.
You need to score here. You need to score. You got your opportunity. You have your chance. First time they've been past the 50 tonight. You have to do something.
Exactly.
Show you're still in it.
Yeah, show some fight. I mean, it's early on here in the game, too. If our defense can step up, our offense is starting to go on the up and up here. Oh, and a big play here by looks like number 79, Devin Danielson.
They brought the house there.
Yes, they did.
Devin Danielson.
They brought a big house, too. He's a big boy.
Yes, he is.
And this will be the end of the first quarter. Your score, Thomas
And that'll bring the end of the first quarter here. The score is 29-0, Thomas Jefferson. Colonials will have a 3rd and 15 on the 38-yard line of Thomas Jefferson.
What do you think to see the second quarter?
We're going to see the Colonials go a little more pass here, maybe a little more two-dimensional. It's what they should do. I'd like to see personally more a mixture of formations with, you know, if they want to run the triple option, but also a little bit of I formation or something, you know, just something to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I mean,
you can't be predictable. In any sport, you can't be
that last
predictable.
play for a loss, they were predictable. They knew it was going to Willie Himes. As an offense, you can't do anything if that's how your play call is. I mean, they only run one formation for the most part, one main formation, which makes it hard to switch it up. You can only do so much out of one set. I'd like to see them pass the ball a little bit. I think that would open up a lot for them because you can't pull the safeties in. You have to keep the linebackers in zone. You have to do a little more to where if you know it's a run, we saw you bring the house. You don't have to worry about the deep threat.
Yep. And about ready to resume play here. Looks like we got number 10, Jackson Copas, out wide here. And Moody with the throw. And it's going to be picked off by Thomas Jefferson. And he has a clear field to run. Beautiful pickoff. And he will run in a little bit short of the end zone at about the 4-yard line.
That was a great pick.
Interception.
That was amazing.
Great catch.
Great read, smart read.
Great read. The throw itself wasn't bad. It was outside, so he tried to throw it where only his receiver could get it. Just an athletic play by the cornerback.
And a great job for him to get blockers. I mean,
and he recognized the eyes of the quarterback. He saw Moody looking that way, and he acted on that.
It's hard to throw a ball when the route's jumped. And Hunter Moody did not know that route was jumped. And you cannot blame him. It's instinct.
You can't tell. You can't tell. It was a great play to get back and stop him short of the end zone as well.
Great hustle.
And TJ with the pass here. It's going to be incomplete. Good hit to knock it.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 19, Peter Metro.
Pass was intended for Peter Metro, number 19.
Number 40, Cruz White.
Cruz White with the breakup.
5-yard line of the Colonials.
So that'll be 2nd down and 5 here. If Colonials could get a stop, that'd be a real statement for them. Hold them to a field goal attempt.
Thomas Jefferson's going to call a timeout.
By the Jaguars.
One thing I noticed, Quinton Hill was not in on that first play, and I see he was taking a breather. It looks like they may put him back in for a dive.
Yes.
He's been unstoppable.
He has been. Yeah, and he's back out there. So let's switch gears here. What's going on around AG right now? We have soccer season just about wrapping up. I think the boys have 3 more games left. Volleyball season's coming to a close. Saying goodbye to all the seniors of these sports. That's tough to do. I know we did it in golf.
Yeah.
We had a successful season. We were 9 wins, 9 and 5, 7 and 5 in the section, bringing home 3rd place. All 4 years we played on the golf team. And
Very
that
successful
was
year.
Emotional. And alrighty, here we are about ready to resume action out here. We've got 11:43 left here in the first half. Our score is 29-0. Thomas Jefferson Jaguars up. And the student section is still hanging around out there. That's good to see. We have pretty decent attendance tonight.
Yes.
Cheerleaders doing a good job out there too. Always good to see. It's going to be another pass. It's going to be a wide open throw.
Blown
wide
coverage.
Open catch to number 23, Zangier.
Miscommunication right there. Wide open. No one
Wide
in the
open.
same zip code. I mean,
Nope. And that's that fade route running to the sideline. He didn't even have to finish his route. He basically stopped.
35.
And the extra point unit coming out.
And the kick is up. And good. Extra point is good.
And the extra point is good as that brings the score 36-0. Thomas Jefferson with 11:39 left here in the second quarter.
this is rough. This is hard for the Colonials to swallow.
Yes, it is tough. It's tough. Colonials just can't get down on themselves still early on in this game.
No, I mean, you have a decent offense, right? I mean, we saw a glimpse of it that last possession. I mean, a great run. Thomas Jefferson, though, looking like a playoff team, I believe.
Yes. Do they have third place now, or is Laurel Highlands in third place?
I'll check that right now for you, Alex.
Alrighty. We got to give it up to Tommy Victor replacing Mr. Plisco tonight. He could not be here. As you hear, there's another voice of Albert Gallatin doing a great job. It's good to have him. We'll invite him back sometime.
They're currently tied for fourth.
Well, who has third place?
Laurel Highlands solely has
okay.
third.
Who are
Thomas
they tied with
Jefferson.
fourth?
Thomas Jefferson actually gave Laurel Highlands their first loss of the year, their only loss of the year.
Who were they tied with for fourth?
West Mifflin.
West Mifflin, okay. I forgot about West Mifflin. Another good boot here. It's going to be fielded on the ground.
Bad kick for the Colonials there.
Yeah. Joey Mbacher waited for it to hit the ground. It was kind of in between there. That would have been a tough catch to make.
And just think how hard it must have been for TJ after starting out 0-2.
Yeah.
How hard that would have had to been.
Come back.
No, exactly. Knowing that you have the talent, you have the skill, and the Colonials need to find that as motivation as this team starting out 0-2. They were able to come back.
Yes.
I mean, that's hard for a team that's been competing every single year in the Whippeal.
Yes. And Moody back out there. Takes the snap. Almost looked like movement on the line. Hunter Moody with the carry. He's going to gain about 3 yards on the play. Devin Danielson on the stop there. He had a big hit early on in the game.
Yes, he did.
And it's going to be on the carry here.
Carrying the ball, number 40, Cruz White.
Cruz White on the carry.
That was named number 48, Dylan Finley of the Jaguars. Bring up third.
Thomas Jefferson having a lot of energy in the student section.
Yes, they are. And they brought flags here tonight. That's new.
I know, I like it.
That's new. Bringing them into our house, Tommy. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like that idea.
No. Colonials got to show them out on the football field. It's a good idea, though. I think we should put flags on the other end.
I know, I would like to see that.
That would be neat. Moody on the throw.
Oh.
And I can't quite tell what broke that one up.
It was a low throw.
It was a low throw. It would have been a tough catch.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 28, Willie Himes.
Intended for Willie Himes.
23, Zane
And another 3 and out.
That'll bring up fourth down and 7. On the Colonial 20-yard line with 9:55 left in half. Back to receive the punt, number 23, Zane Sandier.
And Albert Gallatin will bring on the punt unit. Good punt.
Over his head. Oh,
Really good punt.
gets a Colonial roll.
A great Colonial roll. It'll be out at about the 18-yard line.
20-yard line, where the Jaguars will have first and 10.
And as we shift down to the other end here, when we go into the half here, what sort of adjustments do you think Albert Gallatin's going to make or should make?
I think that the biggest thing
For 60 yards.
to do in the locker room at the half is just to say, we're down, but we're not out. There's still 4 quarters. That's why we play 4 quarters. It's not a 2-quarter game. It's not a 1-quarter game. We still have a half. Make it our half.
Exactly. That was great. Sounded like Lou Holtz. All right. Thomas Jefferson with the handoff here. Another big gain. Big gain. Big break. Look at that speed.
Oh,
And he breaks away again outside, cuts back, and he's going to be down at about the 10-yard line. Great run there by
Great.
number 31, Ryan Scanlon.
Tackle was made by number 40 of the Colonials, Cruz
Tackle
White.
made by Cruz White.
great
Beautiful
ability
run.
to read.
Beautiful run. Made some beautiful cutbacks and beautiful bounce outs.
Some nice blocks, clean blocks too. It wasn't, I mean, that's the big thing with those. You have to watch it. You don't take back that big play.
Yeah. Especially when you have a big gain like that, you don't want to do anything that's edgy.
No, because I mean, that takes it back to 45 or 50. I mean, that hurts your team thinking we could have had that.
Yeah. And they're a little bit inside the 10-yard line. They're at about the 9 here. It'll be first and goal. Another handoff. Back to Scanlon. He'll
Carrying the ball
gain
here
about
for
the line of
Jaguars,
scrimmage.
Number 31, Ryan Scanlon.
New face in the backfield,
Tackle
making
was
some
made by number
noise.
76 of the
Yeah, he
Colonials,
is.
Corey Dotson.
He had a big gain over here.
Gain of 3 yards on the play brings up second down and goal for the Colonial 6-yard line.
And, well, he did gain about 3 yards on that play. Don't have a good vantage point from this view. Will be handed off to the fullback here.
Carrying the
And
ball for the score for the
touchdown.
Jaguars, number 22, Braden Bahena.
Number 22, Braden Bahanish on the touchdown run. And that will bring our score here in the first half, 42-0 with 8:27 left. Thomas Jefferson. And the extra point unit out again.
Holding on his snap, number 23, Zane Sandier.
Tommy Campbell in for the extra point. And the kick is up and good.
Looked like some movement on that line.
I've seen that a few times tonight.
Colonials have been getting very close to getting him.
And that brings our score here 43-0. All Thomas Jefferson tonight thus far with 8:27 left here in the first half. Their band sounds good.
Yes, it does.
They seem like a proud high school.
Yes, they travel in numbers.
Yeah, I mean, we're a proud high school, but they seem proud as well.
Yeah. One thing you see, the student section is dedicated. They're coming out, may not be what they want to see, but they're here to support.
For Albert Gallatin.
Yes.
Yeah, they're consistent. They come out about every home game.
Yeah.
We did get that bus to
Sometimes,
Yaw,
yeah.
which was nice. And
Brings
boy,
a
the
good
band,
feel.
The band booth over there smells pretty
I
good.
know, I was going to say.
Yeah, have them bring us some stuff over.
I may take a little halftime stop
Yeah.
over there.
As we got the band and cheerleader concessions tonight. Both are phenomenal.
Back to receive for the Colonials, number 13, Joey Hembacher, number 15, Tavian.
Phenomenal. All right. Kickoff.
We may see that trick play that they ran against Ringgold right here.
Shorter boot. And it's going to be fielded. Nice cutback. But doesn't get too far. Mosey with the reception. Bring the ball to about the 20-yard line.
So what's your strategy, Alex?
I think we need to go in the air a little bit more, especially with the deficit that we are. We do not need to chew time off the clock here.
That's a good
not in our favor. No, it's a little early, but we're down by 43 with the time we have left. I think we need a couple quick strikes here and to gain momentum as well, to gain that high-octane offense. And they carry the ball, Hunter Moody, up to about a 4-yard gain.
Number 11, Hunter Moody. Tackle was made by number 28, Adam Stout.
And we are under 8 minutes left in the first half.
Second down and 7 for the Colonials from their own 23-yard line.
We'll bring 2nd and 7, gain of 3.
I look for Colonials to pass here. I really
Yes.
think that they need to start turning it on because
Yes.
they're not a team to put up a lot of points. I mean,
They could.
yeah, they could, but I'm just
Moody
saying
with a nice
statistically.
gain.
And on the quarterback,
That was a
Gets
good cutback.
Near the first down.
Justin Victor.
And they are going to move the chains here. That'll be 1st and 10 for Aber Gallatin.
We can take this time to make a shout out to the band. It was their senior night tonight.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was good. A lot of seniors this year.
Yeah.
And people that I've known to be on the band since elementary school.
Yeah, all the way out.
They do a phenomenal job whenever they're out on the field. A lot of dedicated people.
Yes.
With the band, the Silks, the Majorettes. The handoff here. It's at Willie Himes.
And carrying the ball for the Colonials, number 28.
Just couldn't get outside.
Correction, Willie Himes. Tackle made by number 5, Justin Victor.
About a loss of a yard. And as we see Thomas Jefferson's band getting ready here. And we're awaiting the play call here as the Colonials break the huddle. What do you think is going to happen this play, Tom? Pass, 2nd and 11.
I would assume you pass it here. You need to get yards.
And they do. And the pocket collapsing, and Moody's going to get to about the line of scrimmage. And they're going to say he was down before the ball came out. That was close.
Not enough time given. If he's given the time, he can make throws.
Third down and about 13 for the Colonials.
Yeah, there wasn't much time at all, not for the route to be developed. I mean, they only got about 5-6 yards deep.
Hunter Moody made a good
To tuck.
Yeah,
Tuck and try to fall forward.
salvage something, yeah. 3rd and 13 is manageable. I mean,
Yeah, with a good pass.
I don't think you can run it here. I don't think.
And he's going to air it out, and it's going to be just overthrown.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 15, Tavian
Intended for
Mosey.
number 15, Tavian Mosey.
Beautiful pass, just a little overthrown.
Was just a little bit. Right where he needed it, though, just a little bit overthrown.
Looked like it was going to be a big play. They need that momentum.
It's a good shot.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You have to take that shot in that situation.
The punting unit comes back onto the field.
And on 4th and 13, looks like they'll be punting. And that's going to be a burner there. It's going to go to about the 21-yard line.
Good Colonial roll right there.
2 in a row.
The ball, number 40, 22, Damon Tolbert.
Tolbert on the punt.
I think that's their strategy. They don't want to give Thomas Jefferson the chance to run it back.
No.
Almost good for 56 yards.
And you want to set him up with a good field position here. You want to back them up as far as you can. They don't need too much help.
Colonials need to stop right here. We haven't seen the Colonials stop this Thomas Jefferson offense at all.
No.
There hasn't been a punt. There hasn't been a turnover.
Three and
Can't
out.
throw it out. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We all have that. Well, I got the text from Plisco earlier today wishing us a good game. Too bad he couldn't be here, but I'm here with my temporary colleague, Thomas Paul Victor. The temporary good voice of the Gallatin Colonials. And it's going to be pitched here. Good hit by Gallatin.
Carrying the ball here for the Jaguars, number 25, Zach Wagner.
Number 25, Wagner on the carry.
Zach was made on
It
the
looks
play,
like
number
Thomas
15,
Jefferson has a
Damian
field reporter. Do you see that, Alex?
Where's that at?
Right
Gain of 4,
at about the 42-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's what you need to do, Tommy. I was thinking about that early on. That'd be pretty neat.
I'm in.
Get something set up. Be neat. All right, we have about 4:20 and ticking here. Scores 43-0.
Colonials all over that play.
Yes, last two plays have been good stops by Gallatin.
Julian Metro back into the game for Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson at quarterback.
So they're going to switch to the run as
Yeah,
we see.
I mean, we're
thus
seeing
far.
it too.
Yeah, that has to be predictable.
And the Colonials have to pick up on that. They have to see when Metro's in the game, they're running the ball for the majority of the time.
Yeah.
He hasn't had completion tonight. You have
He's been off
you
on his
have to
throws.
go for the big shots. I like this play call, the last play by the Colonials on defense. Swarm to the ball. You
Yep.
know
And
they're
that
not.
brings a third down
Yeah.
opportunity right here. Yeah, you know what they're going to do. And that's initial contact in the backfield, and they're going to be
Carrying the ball
stopped.
ahead for the Jaguars, number 5, Justin
Great
Vigna.
series.
Yeah.
And we hear the screams for the punt unit
Zach
to go
was
out.
made on the play by number 25, Willie Palmer.
And that'll bring fourth down, the first one of the night.
Yeah.
Good stop by Gallatin, especially close to coming into halftime, so you have some momentum.
For the Jaguars from the 25-yard line.
Let's see Tom Campbell punt. First time we'll see it all tonight.
Oh, he's punting too. Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty versatile.
Yeah. Strong arm. I mean, only missed one extra point, and that was
Strong
with the
leg.
penalty.
Strong leg.
Oh, sorry.
You don't want to really hit it. Strong leg there. Nice punt. It's going to be down at about the 25-yard line.
For the Jaguars was number 9, Tommy Campbell. It'll be down
Tommy
at about
Campbell out there.
24-yard
Nice
line.
kick.
The Colonials will have first and 10 with 2:41 left in the half. And
We
your
have
score remains
2:41 left in the
43,
half here. It is 43-0. Thomas Jefferson in the lead.
This series, you have to throw the ball. We saw they have the pass set up. That
Yes.
last pass by Hunter Moody was a beautiful
Well,
throw.
They're not expecting us to pass.
No.
We've only passed about 4 times in this game, 3 times. And some whistles. It's going to be a timeout.
And Gallatin
Yep,
takes a timeout.
Gallatin takes a timeout here.
And we'd
All
like
right.
to thank the sponsors for the tickets for tonight's game. GNC, live well at GNC, and Route 21. It's all
So
about
with
you.
fall sports starting to conclude here, we are moving into winter sports. And, well, here at AGTV, we'll be joining you for a few basketball. Hopefully you'll be joining us for a few basketball games. As we remind you, this game will be aired on Channel 77 Fayette TV. I believe it's Wednesday night. Of course, shout out to everybody live streaming us out there. We have some avid live streamers. I know Mr. Everly is a big live streamer. Great guy, I tell you what.
Shout out to him if he's listening.
Shout out to Mr. Everly.
Also like to thank some of our sponsors, the Austin Beanery Tavern and Restaurant, Fry Lumber from Smithfield.
And again, too bad Mr. Plisco couldn't join us here tonight.
Hopefully he's listening.
Great guy. Hopefully he's listening, yes. And Moody's going to try to bounce outside, but hit hard for a loss. Just couldn't bounce outside far enough.
No, he missed the initial hit, which looked promising, and then he was just met.
Off of the tackle.
He was met by 2 or 3 Thomas Jefferson people. That's very hard to do. Hunter Moody is making good reads, making good cuts. It's just there's nothing there to work with.
There.
Yeah.
Another run here by Moody as he finds the hole. Beautiful run, Hunter Moody getting upfield, and he is going to be run out of bounds here. Looks like they're going to spot him at about the 39-yard line here. Great carry by Hunter Moody. We saw him right in front of us here find the hole and take it hard. And got outside. Great run. And that was a big gain by Gallatin. We saw a couple. Willie Himes with the first big gain, and then Hunter Moody with this big gain.
You like to see them take the ball down, use a little bit of clock, because you can get another possession out of this half.
Yeah, straight back to Moody, and he's gonna gain another decent gain here, about 7-8 yards. With 1:40 and ticking here in the first half, it's gonna gain 8 yards, 2nd and 2 here on the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Look for a pass here. I have a feeling they're going to try to take a shot downfield.
Yes, especially with that time ticking away.
Yeah.
Gallatin up to the line. Moody getting set. It's Moody with the run again, and looks like he's going to pick up the first down. And the chains will move, as with about 1:10 left here. Stop the clock to move the chains. It is 43-0 Thomas Jefferson. That'll be a first down and 10 for Gallatin.
It makes you wonder why they didn't throw that ball there. You save a timeout. It's only 2nd down where you're at, so you can run. It was
exactly. And usually when you pick up yardage on a first down like that, it gives you a couple plays to play with, because you can almost count on getting a 3rd down conversion.
I was going to say, where they're at now, you're going for a 4th down. Yeah, you have to go for 4th down there. You're not going. It's out of field goal range. It's not
stupid to punt.
Yeah.
You have to you have to corner kick it.
I mean, so there you would think you want to take a shot downfield. You want to try to do something, because incompletion stops the clock. It saves the timeout to where if you want to set up a field goal maybe for Cody Ringman, you have that timeout so you can get your field goal unit on.
Yes. And Cody has a strong leg.
Yeah. He just hasn't had a lot of opportunities this year.
Well, he's been nicked up a little bit. And the Colonials back to action here at York Run Stadium. And it's going to be Moody with the keeper again. He's going to gain about 4 yards.
Ball for quarterback keeper number 11, Hunter Moody, met hard by number 5, Justin Bigna of the Jaguars.
And we are under a minute here in the first half.
You have to wonder clock management here. Why you're
and that'll bring 2nd and 6 here. Moody with the keeper again. That's about 4 plays in a row. Only going to gain about a yard or so.
Still sticking to the run, although you only have 33 seconds. I feel that you need to score here. You can't come up empty here.
We have an injury on the field. Hate to see this.
Did you see the number by any chance, Alex?
I did not before he went down.
Looked like at first there were 2 players roughed up on the play. One of them got up, but I cannot tell who that is.
No, he's laying straight down. We can't really see.
Hopefully it's nothing severe. We saw a scare with Ethan Fetzner earlier in the season. Saw a scare last week
terrible.
For a Ringgold player. It's a scary thing. It is.
Yeah, I know Ethan had to wear a neck brace for a while.
And you have to be very cautious with those injuries. I mean, especially now with the concussion awareness.
Yes, exactly. And they took precautions with Ethan there. They made sure he didn't move and he was stabilized.
Looks like he's getting up.
He looks like he's going to get up. Still can't see what number that is. Is that 24?
54.
54. That is 50. That is Colin McNeish. And it's good to see him walking off under his own power here.
Yeah. Looked like a cramp at first, how he was grabbing.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully for the Colonials, that's all it is. And we resume action here with under 30 seconds. We're going to run the ball again. Hunter Moody again. It's been effective thus far, but there's not much time left here.
Hunter Moody. Tackle was made by number 22 of the Jaguars, Braden Fahanish.
And they're going to move the chains here, first down.
You need to take a shot at the end zone here. You cannot come up empty.
And Moody again. He's going to be taken down.
And on the quarterback keeper, number 11, Hunter Moody. Tackle made again by number 22, Braden Fahanish, assisted by number 5, Justin Bigna.
And I'm shocked here that the Colonials didn't take a shot at the end zone. We have about 13 seconds left.
I don't understand
They should have taken
call.
a few shots. So going to be another timeout.
You only have time for about 2 plays if you're lucky. If we see another run, what's the logic? I mean, what's your view on that, Alex? I can't see the logic in running the ball in these last 4 plays.
No, I don't see any. And plus, Hunter Moody carried the ball about 5 to 6 times in a row.
We touch on it. You can't be predictable.
What you're going to do. I mean, yes, it worked. It worked pretty well for a couple plays, but you just can't keep handing the ball off. Well, in this case, keeping the ball in this situation.
And I think if you have more time, maybe you stick to your game plan, but you have to understand the situation at hand. You have to understand that you need to score.
And we got word Mr. Plisco is listening to the game, so it's great to hear he's still supporting us out there.
I'm hoping I'm doing a good job.
Nah, that's right. And taking a shot here. And it is going to be incomplete. Good pass by Hunter Moody, though.
Yeah, great.
Good pass. Put it where he wanted it, where he needed it.
His feet would have been in if he completed it, because that was my original thing. It's hard to see where we're at the angle if he had the ball, but my first thing was were the feet in, and they were. It would have been a catch.
Yeah.
3rd down and 8 for the Colonials.
Well, the ball dropped to the ground on that one. But I get what you're saying. And another snap, another shot. Moody's going to keep it. He's going to bounce outside, and he's going to go for it here. And he is going to be just short with 0.4 seconds left.
You need to get it in here.
We need to get in the end zone here, and I think Albert Gallatin will.
4 seconds left in half.
0.4 seconds left.
4/10 of a second.
And great run.
What's your play call here, Alex?
Halfback dive.
And we're seeing different formation. This is what a goal line.
Yep. And Moody's gonna. Looks like he's over and touchdown. Albert Gallatin on the quarterback keeper.
And in for the score, number 11, Hunter Moody.
Hunter Moody in with the score at the conclusion of the first half.
Thomas Jefferson 43,
As-
Albert Gallatin 6. And we do have
As-
a flag at the
Oh.
plate.
Oh, we have a
Oh,
flag.
no.
Hold on, folks. And let's hope this isn't holding. And see what the call is. But they still got the field goal unit on here.
I don't know if it was something extracurricular, maybe.
I don't know. The refs are talking about it now. Whatever it is should be addressed on the kickoff in the next half.
This could be devastating, though.
Well, at least the Colonials are on the board. That's what they needed going into at the conclusion of the first half, and to give them a little bit of momentum coming in with the second half.
The only thing is, if the penalty was during the play that scored, the play is nullified. So
That's true, but if it's extracurricular
Yeah.
activity, it'll be addressed on
So
the kickoff.
this is a big call.
Yes, and we could tell the referees are
Touchdown.
collectively talking about it and taking their time on this play call.
Personal. Oh, it's on Thomas
Oh, it's
Jefferson.
actually on TJ. Okay. Because TJ will gain the ball in the second half. Colonials had the ball first, so Thomas Jefferson will be receiving.
I think if you're the Colonials, you go for 2 here.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
but you want to go conservative. And coach is talking it over with the referees, getting a little hot. And back to action here momentarily. Ref still talking it over.
first attempt by Cody Riggin today at an extra point. Looked good in warm-ups.
Strong leg, yeah. Or strong arm.
And the kick is
Real strong leg there by Cody Riggin. He bulleted that sucker through. And at the end of the half, this will bring our score 43-7. Thomas Jefferson. We'll see the bands here at the during halftime. So please join us back here at the start of the second half.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener and loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome. I think we're breathtaking. And here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that brand? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to getschool.com for more info.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Fine Arts Department at Albert Gallatin is proud to present the Colonial Marching Band. This year's band is under the direction of Mr. C.J. Durso, Assistant Director and Percussion Lead Wyatt Wilson, Auxiliary Instructor Megan Smiley, and Drum Majors Desiree Stroud and Bailey Holt. Our show this year is entitled Wicked. Based on music from the award-winning Broadway production by Stephen Schwartz, this show features trumpet soloist Genesis Mahauko and horn soloist Bobby Sutton in excerpts including No One Mourns the Wicked, For Good, Dancing Through Life, No Good Deed, and Defying Gravity.
Go Genesis!
Drum majors, is your band ready? Now sit back and enjoy the show.
doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep
pedaling. Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that brand? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
All right, welcome back here as we are getting set to start the second half. Tommy, what adjustments do you think Albert Gallatin made?
I think you need to come out expecting Thomas Jefferson to run the ball. I think you need to pass the ball more. You need time to put up points.
Exactly.
You can't run the clock down. We saw
almost a no score in the end of the first half.
You can't waste an opportunity against this team. You have to take your chances.
Yeah.
You have to take what they give you.
Yes, exactly. And they're giving the pass game today.
Yeah.
So Thomas Jefferson back to receive the kickoff. And they are assessing the penalty.
Yeah.
I knew that would happen. This is the personal foul penalty that was made after the score, before the end of the first half. Just a mental mistake.
You wonder what the kicking strategy is here. Do you try squibbing it? Maybe. You're going to get good field position.
Yeah, Riggin may want to hold up a little bit on this one. And boots it in the end zone.
And the ball rolls into the end zone. It'll start out at the 20-yard line. The Jaguars will have first and 10. Starting the second half.
So the ball will be spotted on the 20-yard line. First and 10 for Thomas Jefferson coming into the second half. What do you think the game plan here is for Thomas Jefferson?
I think they're going to run the ball. I highly doubt we're going to see, as you can see, most of the starting offensive players look like they're not going to be in.
Maybe, yeah.
Quinton Hill is obviously not in the game.
Yeah.
There's a big part of their offense. I want to see who they have is a quarterback, because that determines a lot of the game plan.
Whether they're going to pass or run.
And a new quarterback in the game as well, number 16.
Justin Cavelli. And a big gain here by Thomas Jefferson. That'll be number 5. Justin Vigna. Big gain.
Coming out firing, you're not. When you have the lead, there could be two types of teams that come out of this half. If you're Thomas Jefferson, you could be passive and be happy with what you have, or still be aggressive and say you don't have enough.
Yes. I think we're going to see them move more towards the run game here.
Yeah.
Try to eat some clock.
Do it until they stop it.
Yeah, exactly. That as well. And we are awaiting the snap here. And a good stop by Albert Gallatin. Stuffed him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle looks like it was made. I think Damon Tolbert. No. Corey Dotson with the stop. It's tough to tell. There was a mix of guys in there. And quarterback ready to snap. Big run here. Power run.
I was going to say, for a little guy, he has a lot of power.
Dustin Colbank with the stop.
This could be a big stop for Colonials. Come out, show you guys are able to stop them.
Exactly.
Hopefully get decent field position. And then you still have time. I mean, if they're able to put that up, you're able to put that up. That's how I look at it.
To this point in the second half, the Colonials are looking better at stopping the run game. Just a couple bigger plays, but there for a while, they were just taking what they wanted on the ground. And the pitch. And missed tackle. He's going to be down at about the 37-yard line.
That was a great run.
Another big run here by Thomas Jefferson.
And it looked like the Colonials were going to cut that off. It looked like they sealed the corner.
Yeah, they had the initial contact, but they didn't follow through with the hit. I couldn't tell who the initial contact was made by.
It looked like that. I thought they played it perfect. I thought, they were going to seal the corner, and then for some reason they sucked in. You can't buy into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we are awaiting the play call and substitutions here.
As we mentioned earlier, fresh bodies. They always have somebody going in.
Yeah, that's one thing the Colonials don't usually do. They keep the same guys in there, usually prevalent throughout defense and offense. So,
which is a poor strategy.
Yeah. You need to mix it up a little bit, keep fresh bodies in so you could get optimal performance.
I mean, that's basically expecting your guys to play 2 games. For the average high school player who's only playing offensive defense, you're taking double of the snaps, double the repetition, which makes it harder to stay healthy.
It takes the sharpness aspect out of the game, especially seen in defense. You see a lot of guys sluggish, can't break through blocks, don't finish their tackle. That has a lot to do with fatigue. They can only play so long before they start to feel fatigue. And back to the line of scrimmage here. And it looks like it's going to be a run here. And it is handed off to the fullback. Going to get a big gain. Head of steam there.
This is a very, very good, well-balanced offense. They can give it to the halfback. They can give it to the fullback. They can pass.
They're multi-dimensional.
Yeah, and it's such a simple formation. Yeah. They're not doing anything fancy.
Yeah, it's been one of the formations since football started.
And I mean, this is almost like, this is very contrast to what the Colonials are trying, where they're trying this more
that new age
complex,
offense,
where you're seeing that the I formation can get you somewhere.
And like I said, that's a tough formation to run, the triple option that they're trying to run. So, I mean, if it doesn't work through the first maybe few games, you might want to think about switching. You know, still mix that into the play call, but have another one as your primary play call. Some motion here. And it's going to be a pitch. Trying to find the hole, and does find a small hole.
So quick.
Oh, and he breaks free for a touchdown. Missed tackles by Albert Gallatin results in a touchdown for Thomas Jefferson.
I rolled him out. I'm not gonna lie. I rolled him out.
We were ready to look down, you know, for the next play. That was what a run.
As I was saying earlier, though, he hit the hole so quick, no hesitation. He made up his mind, saw it, said, "I'll take it." And who knows? You can break tackles.
And that's second. Well, it was actually more than two, but that 2, 3, 4 efforts that you give, Albert Gallatin didn't finish their tackles. These guys and most of the guys in the conference they're playing in are not going to quit at first contact like maybe they have in the past. They're playing some pretty good competition. They need to wrap them up, help defense, help tackles.
And the same goes, if you're a runner, you have to understand you're playing high school football where not all tackles are going to be made.
Exactly.
So you can't give up because a guy may not have that solid hold. That guy may not have this, not have that.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of factors in high school football that make it a big, totally different game.
Yep. Well, early on here in the second half with 6:17, Thomas Jefferson, they are leading here 50-7. Impressive game by Thomas Jefferson coming out and making a statement. I just can't get over that beautiful run. That was beautiful. Just the epitome of effort right there. Boy, that band sounds good over there.
Yeah, crisp. A lot to celebrate over there. Your team's up big.
Yeah, exactly. And this was a big game. If for some reason Thomas Jefferson would have lost this game, it would have fallen apart in the conference standings. And we're awaiting the Colonials to come out to receive the kickoff. Looks like it'll be number 9, Tommy Campbell, who has been handling the kicking tonight, will be out to boot it downfield.
Kicking off, the Jaguars, number 9, Tommy Campbell. Back to receive, number 15, Tavian Mosey, number 13, Joey Kamara.
And the formidable pairing of Joey Embacher and Tavian Mosey is back again. They've been a good combination thus far this year.
I'm really surprised we haven't seen any trickery. I really am.
Well, trickery, you might want to see that when you're maybe up. You are down by a lot. And it's muffed. Oh, big
And the
hit,
ball's
and
out.
the ball's still out. And it looks like Thomas Jefferson recovers. But we didn't get the official rulings yet. It looks like it may be going back to the Colonials. That was close. Colonials did recover. That was close. They probably called him down once the initial hit was made because the ball did squirt out there after contact was made.
That would have been very costly. Very costly.
Yeah, that you would have had the prime field position, which would be at around that's about the 15-yard line. We dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
We're not starting out with good field position now.
Now, how do you think the offense is going to come out?
Air raid. That's what we need.
I'm hoping.
I don't understand
Notice,
the
look
run
at this
game.
new formation. And they're still running the ball.
But a big gain by Hunter Moody. And he will have first down yardage. But in this situation, I really don't understand the run.
I would not call a run unless you set up with a couple of passes where you set up a draw even.
We're down by 43. With 5:20 left here in the third quarter. We need to pick it up here a little bit.
One thing I'm surprised, I would think the Colonials would want to come out with, okay, we have a 3-play package. Let's run these plays consecutive. Let's go, because they're shaving time off the clock that's very costly. You need time to put up points.
Yeah, time awareness is a big thing here. You got to be aware of how much time's left. This is prevalent through football and basketball, of course. You need to know how much time's left and your deficit and how long it'll take you to make up that deficit.
Also, I'm not guaranteeing this, but there may be a running clock, so you don't even have to where you need time to put up that many points.
Every second is pivotal from here on out. And it's going to be another run here, Hunter Moody. Now he'll gain a few yards and he'll get forward progress.
And on the quarterback keeper, number 11, Hunter Moody.
Bring him close to the sticks, about 2 yards shy.
Still sticking with the run. You're burning away a whole quarter.
I don't understand. Yeah, this quarter's went pretty quickly. So that'll be 3rd down and 3.
You wonder what the logic is to run the ball. I mean, I know you
I think they want to stick to the play call. I don't know why, understand why. But another big run by Hunter Moody there, which will definitely get him 1st down yardage and more. It'll bring him up beyond the 50-yard line.
I mean, if you look at this, so yeah, you're getting 7 yards. But look at the big picture. You have to look. You're not.
Look at how much time's burning off
exactly.
the clock. It's burning about 15 seconds to 20 seconds.
It's not like
off the clock.
You're in a game to where a touchdown puts you, it makes you closer. But this, you need the points. I mean.
Yeah. It's going to be a pitch out here. And a big gain, and he's going to break loose, and he's going to be taken down inside the 10-yard line. Joey Embacher with the big run.
Good run, solid run.
Big run. He found the hole and took it to that hole strong. And as we tick downward about 3 minutes here, we're at about the Thomas Jefferson 7-yard line. Colonials, this will be a big drive, big statement drive to punch one in here.
You hope that they can get it in quick, just so that you have the time.
Yeah. It's going to be a run. And right there, that was a smart play. He knew he was going to get hit. He didn't try to dance around. He just fell forward and thrusted himself into the chest of the defenders.
He accepted the contact.
To gain that extra yard or two.
I mean,
which is
that's a big
runners
thing.
Don't do.
That's a big thing to be a successful runner. Accept the contact.
Exactly.
I mean, you get to a point where you just have to cut your losses.
In certain situations, where you have more field to work with, maybe a couple moves would be okay, but in this situation, that was the right move. So that'll bring us to 3rd down. 3rd down and 4.
The quarter is flying, though.
Yeah, this quarter flew by, folks. We are at 1:50 left here in the 3rd quarter. And Gallatin trying to punch one in. What do you think, Tom? Run?
Yeah. Who knows?
You're tight in
the
here,
second
too.
I say run, here comes the pass. I mean.
Yeah. Maybe a fade. No pitch. Looks like Embacher has it. It's going to be taken down. Good tackle.
He lost yards there.
Yeah, that was a good tackle. He stayed with his man the whole time throughout.
Carrying the ball, number 13, Joey Embacher.
You need to score here. You need to have a play that you can go to where you score. You think maybe pass here? I mean, what's your look on? Hunter Moody can scramble. He can run a bootleg to where if it's not there, he can run.
Exactly. Or if he thinks about tucking in early on, scout the defense and see what happens. And if you have an open throw, toss the ball.
Yeah.
So we're at 4th and 8 here. Clock under 1 minute here in the 3rd quarter. Time just keeps ticking away here for Gallatin. And the Colonials up to the line. They got a little more field to work with, so that's not all bad that they lost some yardage. Moody's trying to bounce outside. Not enough room. He's going to be taken down. And that'll be a turnover on downs for Aber Gallatin in their own red zone. So the Jaguars will have poor field position to start out here, but it's a little demoralizing for Aber Gallatin there. They wanted to punch that one in. That would
Especially
have been
after a big gain. I mean, that was a solid run. Coming out, that's their first drive. I mean, it's set up to where it could have sparked something.
Yeah, that would have been a statement drive for Aber Gallatin, a good drive that they drove down the field.
It looks like Thomas Jefferson's just going to
let this quarter run out. So, folks, that'll conclude the third quarter here as we have Thomas Jefferson 50, Aber Gallatin 7, and we have one more quarter of play to go here. Aber Gallatin starting to show some more life as this game wears on. Making good plays, but they can't quite make that big play to punch the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, and I think that was their problem against Ringgold. They can't finish.
Yeah.
I mean, we see where they're making the plays to put themselves in the red zone. We've seen 3 big runs from the Colonials where it sparked. Student section was getting into, the crowd was getting into. That's like they just can't finish.
Yeah. Now the whopping student section we had early is down just a little bit, but they're still happy out there. I see. And I tell you what, the cheerleaders are doing a good job over there. Shout out to them. They go through a lot every game. Nice to see them do a good job, both sides. I mean, these Thomas Jefferson cheerleaders are phenomenal too. Phenomenal. Great job. That's always a tough sport that gets underappreciated. Seems like Sweet Caroline out there.
I like it. I like it. Some Neil Diamond.
Well, you're a Penn State fan. I think they used to do that at Pitt games as well.
Yeah, they do. The Penn State, we are state.
Let's go Mountaineers. All right, we're resuming action here. We're starting the fourth quarter.
Let's see if the defense can hold up here. I mean, almost had success the last drive. I mean, they showed glimpse, and that's another way to describe the Colonials, I believe. They show glimpse.
Yes, I understand, yeah. They just can't tie everything together at one time.
It seems like one bad thing happens, and it's just downhill. It's like, it's sad to watch. It's...
Well, yeah. It's tough to watch is what you were looking for. I mean, Aber Gallatin, you know, they work hard in practice, and, you know, they're always in the weight room. They work hard out there. No lack of effort. Good tackle there, wrapped him up. So it will be close to first down yardage. Maybe about third and about 2 or 3. Darius Ketter with the stop there.
We have not seen a pass the second half by the TJ offense.
I touched on that. We probably won't see too many passes. They're trying to, you know, milk the clock a little bit and run some time out.
And we have a different quarterback in from the last series, too. We have number 15, Alex Terrett. That's the 4th quarterback they've used in this game.
Yeah, Terrett. He's a freshman.
Which shows they have a lot of depth. I mean, to have 2 quarterbacks that you can essentially say can be starters.
Yeah, you could depend on.
And 2 backups that are able to play in a game. I mean,
one's a freshman.
That's what good teams can do. Good teams have to where they can have depth.
Yeah, 2 of them are freshmen. Number 15, Alex Terrett, who's in the game right now, and number 16, Justin Covelli. He's a freshman as well. And Mosey with the with the reception, and he breaks a couple tackles here. He's going to bounce outside, and he's going to get a pretty decent gain here. As that's
fumble.
Oh, the ball is loose, and it looks like TJ pounced on it.
I don't know. Colonials look like they may have had it. It's going to be close.
That would be 2 fumbles here in the last 2 series, but Albert Gallatin getting pretty lucky. That's one thing they had to limit a little bit, the turnovers.
Yeah.
Fumbles were prevalent in almost every single game.
I mean, we can say for the most part they haven't had turnovers. They had turnover on downs, which you can't punt there. You have to go for a 6.
Exactly.
And
that's one of the weaker turnover stats because you either have to punt or you have to go for it.
And then the interception, which, I mean, that was just a great play by the defender, but then 2 fumbles that could have cost them didn't. So, I mean, you look at it, really only 2 turnovers for Colonials, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yes. Good hit there.
And on the quarterback keeper was number 8, Adam Simon.
And Adam Simon is in his quarterback now, giving Hunter Moody a little break out there. As we have about 8:25 left here in the game. Our score is 50-7. Thomas Jefferson with the upper hand. So that'll be about 2nd and 10. And Simon getting set. He's going to pitch. And another big hit by Thomas Jefferson.
They swarm. They help each other out.
Embacher with the carry. And he gets about back to the line of scrimmage. Under 8 minutes now. 2 beautiful tackles by groups of players that could be argued. And actually, that's about a gain of 2 there. That was. And back to the line of scrimmage is Albert Gallatin. And the pass is incomplete. Adam Simon's first pass attempt of the night.
Looked like tight coverage.
It was tight
hard
coverage
for us to see.
And actually, from what I could see, that's about the only place he could throw away from the coverage. So that's probably about where he wanted to throw. So pretty accurate. That'll bring us to 4th down and 8 here. You're borderline 4-down territory. What do you think here?
You have to go for it. I mean, a 50-7 game and you punt. That's not logical.
And they are, yeah. Simon drops back and sailed over the head. Is that Jackson Copus?
Looks like it, yes.
Yeah, Jackson Copus. He got some hops, but not that much, Tom.
Yeah.
Simon has to be a little cold coming in. He let a couple inaccurate throws. All right, we are under 6 minutes here.
And the clock continues to run. And
yeah.
I think Thomas Jefferson will just run it out. And
yeah, they're not, especially with Albert Gallatin taking a long time to get their play call in. They're not arguing with that. That's what they want here. And they're milking this clock as much as they can. And in the I formation again. Some motion this time. And the pitch here. Looks like to number 34, Jackson Conway. He'll pick up a nice game, but a good tackle.
I really like this offense. I really do. I like the style.
It's traditional.
Yeah. It's successful, too. I mean,
yes.
I mean, to point out the obvious, they have taken out their starting running back. They have taken out their starting fullback, starting quarterback. But you're still able to do something.
String looks really good.
Yeah.
And that shows me most of these are younger guys, that these younger guys are pretty good playing against an experienced Gallatin team.
And
so they have some composure, and they're looking pretty good thus far.
It shows how that offense is learnable, too. I mean, you have two freshman quarterbacks that are able to come to a game
running the offense.
and understanding how to run successfully, too. I mean, we haven't seen any miscues for the most part.
No, not really much miscommunications. Everybody who got the ball knew they were getting the ball.
Yeah.
And that'll be a 1st and 10 here for Thomas Jefferson with just about 4:10 left here in the game. Well, actually, it's just short, 3rd down and 1. Thought they motioned to move the change there, but we are under 4 minutes now, so they are really milking the clock. The pitch, big dynamic gain there by number 25, Zach Wagner.
Very agile.
Yes, he saw the hole and attacked the hole, and we addressed that a few times. We've seen that by Embacher and Willie Himes and Hunter Moody thus far. But mostly every running back that's gotten the ball for them has attacked the hole aggressively and went directly in that hole.
And like I said earlier, we see glimpses of that with the Colonials, but you have to be able to do consistently. And I mean,
consistency is the name of almost any game.
Yeah, exactly. Any sport. I mean,
golf, basketball, baseball.
You have to have that consistency.
Consistency is the difference from a playoff team and a mediocre team.
Yeah.
It's that black and white. Nice tackle, nice open field tackle.
Yeah. I highly doubt they're going to try to put it in the end zone.
Well, yeah, we're ticking down here, under 3 minutes now, about 2:35 left here in this game. Scores 50-7, Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson will have a 1st and 10 upcoming on the Colonial 24-yard line. And slowly up to the line here is Thomas Jefferson as we tick to 2:10 left. As they got 2 out here. And the handoff here.
Good tackle.
Yeah, real good tackle. They got a small running back in there now.
Yeah.
What number?
43, I think.
It's 43 or 33? 43. That is Ridge Vila. He's a 9th grader. 5 feet tall, 110 pounds. He would be a slimy back. I tell you, he reminds me of Maurice Jones-Drew.
It's good for him to see looks as a freshman in a varsity game.
Yeah,
exactly. You're getting the looks. You're getting the experience.
Used to those hard hits that he got there. You know, he held the ball. That's a big thing. He tucked the ball in. He's getting used to some of these.
I mean, he got hit by a guy 190 pounds more than him.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it that way.
Yeah, another big hit. And you can see he still needs some time to develop. He ran, the hole was tight, but he ran directly into the scuffle. So he'll learn.
That's what these games are made for. They're made for development. When you have this type of cushion, you can get guys in. I mean, we're seeing it with the quarterback scenario, with the running back. You get these freshmen in now to where they can see just how to do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's a big difference from practicing games.
Exactly.
I mean, huge difference.
Oh, yeah. So we tick down under 1 minute here. We're about 35 seconds. They're going to let this game run down here. One more play. And probably just knee here. No, they'll give it to the full. Some miscommunication there. Looks like Darius Ketter with the tackle. So that'll conclude our game here as we wind down this clock. Your final score tonight is Gallatin 7, Thomas Jefferson 50. It was a hard-fought game for both sides out there. Gallatin didn't give up. Thomas Jefferson played a consistently good game, gained consistent yardage. I feel like it's a step in the right direction for both teams.
Yeah.
We'll be broadcasting our next game, next home game, Gallatin versus the Uniontown Red Raiders. Again, this game will be aired on Channel 77 Fayette TV. Thanks for watching the Gallatin Sports Network on agsn.net. And, of course, this will be on Channel 77. So, on behalf of me, Alex Arnold, and Tommy Victor, we bid you farewell here on this nice night at York Run Stadium.